Okay, so the digital systems they're talking about going to are not currencies. That's what you need to understand. Crypto is not a currency. It's a credit on the company store. So the IMF just had a panel on cross-border payments with Jay Powell, Carstens from the Bank of International Settlements, and the head of the IMF. And Carsten said this very clearly. He really let the cat out of the bag. He said he was talking with Powell, and he explained that if a central banker wanted to, they could stop a non-citizen from transacting in the system. Now, what that means is they can stop anybody from transacting in the system. So in essence, in an all digital, no cash system run by the central banks, you've got a credit on the company store and your individual money can be turned on and off or changed in value. They have complete control. So it's not a currency as I would define it. It's a credit on the company store and your money can be turned on and off according to a social credit system or a political system or, you name it.
Oh, if you misbehave, they can starve you to death.
Right. And I would describe it as an end of all human sovereignty. It's not a currency system. It's a control system. And it's a complete control system. Now, if you read State of Our Currencies, I describe it's going to take probably 2 to 5 years to get to where they want to go. And it could even take longer. And part of the difficulty is you have so much of the economy now that's covert or secret. If you're Jay Powell and you've got $2 trillion of float in dollar bills around the planet that are being used for all sorts of stuff, including covert thing. The idea of moving all those players onto a blockchain where you have total control and transparency, I think, there's going to be a lot of pushback. And I don't just mean pushback from citizens, I mean pushback from all sorts of characters. So what they're trying to do is very, very difficult. And I don't, to me, one of the problems is you're talking about the central bankers literally going into the invention room to figure out how the new system's going to work. And part of the crisis is to give them the powers they need to accelerate it. So, for example, one of the reasons I was so, I love Children's Health Defense because I'm one of your big fans, is right now you have many different pillars building the system. Because you've got the tech guys building the tech component, you've got the pharma guys building the pharma component, you've got the central bankers, working on their component. You have all these different pillars, and they're all acting like they're not connected to each other. So if I listen to Powell and Carstens and the IMF, they stay away from mentioning the pharma guys or mentioning the tech guys, et cetera. But if you look down the road, all these pillars are going to come together, and that's why it's essential that we start talking about this on an integrated system, because we're talking about two different concepts. One is a human civilization where an individual is a sovereign and I would say has freedom coming to them by divine authority. And another system where it's a technocracy, it's transhumanism. Humans are a natural resource to be optimized within the central banking system. It's a completely revolutionary vision that they have. And I live, when I'm in the United States, I live in a farming community and, I know a lot because of that about livestock management. And frankly, it's a livestock management system. It's very, the vision they have and where this is going is very, very dark. And the hardest thing for any sensible person listening to you and me talking or observing all these different pillars as they come together in a transhumanist vision is, why would millions of people work so hard to build a system which is going to destroy the freedom for their children and grandchildren? Makes no sense.